For those who don't know me, my name is Amy Peterson. I am a founder 2000 and one of the core leaders with Legacies. Here we go. All right, people are starting to come in. Great. Get in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. Say hello. Don't be shy. There we go. All right. We have Alexis from Oklahoma. Good morning. Good morning, Ashley from Alabama. Good morning, Nancy from Pennsylvania. Good morning, Danny from Baltimore. There's Erica from Ohio. Hello. Yes, send messages to those teams. Guys, get on here and get your morning started right. Get your week started right. My goodness. Can you guys believe we had Christmas? How was everybody's Christmas? How's everybody's holiday weekend? It was a 4-day weekend for a lot of people, right? Good morning, Nicole Alvarez. Hello. So did we have a good holiday? Hopefully. Nicole from California, hello. Good, Nancy. Awesome, Shauna. Good. Oh, wow, Nicole, welcome. This is your first time. Great. Welcome to the family. Nice, Danny. A lot of movie watching. Yeah, we watched The Grinch, of course, and a couple other movies. Yes, Nicole, this is Amy. Good, Alexis, you got to visit your family. That's great. Yay, we are now in the double digits, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Everybody, welcome Nicole to our family. She is brand new to EE Legacies and Epic. So welcome. Oh, okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is the Monday Mindset Training, and we're actually in week 6. So if you are missing previous weeks, that is completely fine, okay? That doesn't mean you have to jump off here. That doesn't mean you have to freak out. But what I do want you to do is go to our EE Legacies YouTube page. In there, you will see all the mindset trainings from week 1 all the way up, all right? There's homework involved with some of it, and it's not graded, guys, okay? Nor is it like publicly shared out there. So you don't have to worry about that. It just comes to me. Again, my name is Amy Peterson. I am a accredited success coach, and this type of stuff right here is what I absolutely love. I absolutely love working with people in helping with their mindset and other aspects, not just for their business, but also for their life. So one of the next things, hi Alicia, one of the next things that we're going to talk about is something that we struggle with, okay? And it's so monumental and so huge. And when we don't do this, we actually block ourselves from reaping the rewards and benefits that could possibly be from the fruits of our labor, okay? So it's the law of consistency, and it's everyday action, okay? And this past holiday weekend is a great reminder of how we do not practice the law of consistency on a regular basis. So this is what I want you to know. Motivation is going to get you going. Discipline is going to keep you growing. Okay, I really want you to think about this. And guys, there's not going to be a whole lot of slides to this. Oh yeah, Erica, I did too. I did too. So don't even worry about falling short this past week. I did too. And we have another holiday week, and it's really hard around this time of year. But not just this time of year, but this year. How about that? This year has been so demotivating, right? To even kick us in the butt and get us going. But we have to seek motivation from somewhere, from something. That's why we always say to have a why, right? Because that why is going to be that fuel in your gas tank. Okay. It's going to be that thing that kicks you up. It's going to be that thing that makes you turn the key in the ignition. So motivation is going to get you going, but the discipline is going to keep you growing. This is where the everyday action leads to greater reward, okay? And it's going to lead us to our goals. Andrea, you're motivated but not disciplined. Yes, I understand that. Erica, I've given myself grace. I'm doing much better than before. That's great. And still have a long way to go. You know what, Erica? Everybody has a long way to go. Okay. We never stop this. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is we never stop doing this. That's why mindset is so important, and learning these laws is absolutely huge. Welcome to everybody who's just coming in. Right now, we are talking about the law of consistency, which all of us have fallen short on, probably this week, this year, whatever it may be. Okay. But think about this when you first got into your business, okay? It was a motivation. You were excited, you were ready, you were ready to run in and do things and get things done, right? But what kept you growing? And I'm not saying building a team, I'm not saying, making sales or doing this, whatever you might be doing, what kept you growing? What kept you in your store? Anything? In the chat box, let me know what kept you growing through this pandemic. What kept you going? Commitment and attitude. Okay, Nancy, good. And Nancy, I know you've been doing trainings and everything else, so you've definitely been going. Gary and Daphne, your faith. Absolutely, right? Let's see, Erica, life keeps knocking you down. Oops, hold on a second. We got a lot of answers. This is awesome. So I have to grow more through every situation, and you will not fail. Exactly. And the good thing, Erica, is that you worded that correctly. You said you will not fail. I will not fail. You didn't say, I hope I don't fail. Right? You said I will not fail. So you sent that out there to the universe where you will not fail. Absolutely. Andrea, hope. Yep. Christina, knowing that if I don't make it happen, I won't succeed and I'll always be stuck. Staying focused on business and clients. Exactly, Jeffrey. Danny, faith and fear of loss. Absolutely. That is so huge, Danny. Exactly. Shawnette, perseverance. Annie, staying focused on learning as much as possible so you can keep getting better. Absolutely. And see, that's the biggest thing, guys, is you have to stay focused. Okay. If you think of athletes, do you think any athlete, any professional athlete out there that was sidelined because of the pandemic stopped working out every day and let their muscles just waste? Do you think they did that? Do you think exactly, Gary and Daphne? No way. No, absolutely not. Erica, too many deaths around me and my family time is definitely limited and apparent this year. Erica, and here's the thing is I cannot tell you how many people I've lost this year. Okay. My ex-mother-in-law, I was actually at her bedside while she was dying and there when she passed. All right. I actually assisted in her passing, her transition. So, I totally understand that. But one of the biggest things was even during that, yes, I did take the day off for the funeral, of course. I actually still kept working. I still actually kept working through it. You know, sometimes you've got to get your mind away and focus on something else so that you don't fall into that, I guess, the pit of despair is the best thing. Remember when we were talking about the graph and there was the pit of despair and people get into that pit of despair? Yeah, guys, it can absolutely happen when it comes to discipline, okay? And you know, and I'm going to go back to professional athletes, all right? With professional athletes, okay, and anybody, and I know there's going to be some of you who are going to do this, come the first of the year, I'm getting in shape. Y'all, in a week, maybe 2 weeks, definitely not even 21 days, will be sore, will start falling into the pit of despair. And guess what's going to happen to that workout routine? You gave up on that one. Round is not a shape, Jeffrey. But okay, think about this. Round is not a shape. So think about this, okay? How many, for those of you who are on the training, how many get past the pit of despair? What percentage gets past the pit of despair? Danny, you were on there. So were you, Erica. Percentage. What is the percentage? You guys know this. 1%, y'all. 1% gets past the pit of despair. So you need to ask yourself, where are you going to be? 1% keeps the discipline to keep going. 1%. Do you know what happens to the other 99%? You guys remember the graph? They go all the way back to uninformed enthusiasm. Meaning, oh my God, this looks so cool. I'm definitely going to succeed at this. I'm going to so try this. And then they fall into informed frustration. Holy crap, this is a lot. And then they fall into the pit of despair. I can't do this anymore. That's it. 1%. The other 99% go back into looking at that shiny new object or that brand new diet drink that's supposed to shed 50 pounds in 10 days. My butt, it did not. I was one of those people, okay? When it comes to the exercise, when it comes to the discipline with all of that, yeah, I can say I did go 30 days doing 300 crunches a day. That was extremely painful, but after that, it kind of went by the wayside. You would think I developed a habit, which is why you have to keep going every single day. Okay? Not just a little bit, but a whole lot. Okay? You have to keep going, guys. All right. So let's go over here. Yay. This is where the fun begins, guys. We're going to talk about personality types. Okay? Now, as you can see, we have active, we have people-focused, reflective, task-focused. There's the dominant, the influential, the compliant, and the steady. Where are you at? Okay? Dominant people are very direct. They're very decisive. They're the doers. They're demanding. They're domineering. Okay? Now, you can also be more than one, just to let y'all know. And this is just kind of a overview. Don't think this is, oh my God, everything. Okay. The compliant is the cautious and careful and conscientious and calculating and condescending. There's the positives and the negatives to this. Do you see what I mean? There's the positives, direct, decisive doer. There's the negative, domineering and demanding. Influential types are inspirational, interactive, interesting, but on the negative side, they're kind of impulsive and irritating, right? How many of those influencers out there do you guys kind of see and you're just like, oh yeah, they're kind of irritating. There's the steady ones, the stable, the supportive, the sincere, but the negative side is they're slow, okay? And they're very sensitive, very sensitive. Okay, I'm gonna pick on Danny for a second. Danny, let's say you're straight up green. You are the steady person, okay? You've always been there. You've always been loyal. You've always been, the best person ever. But my gosh, it's taken you like 6 months to hit your first goal. If you're the sensitive type, you're going to fall in that pit of despair a lot. And one thing that'll actually throw a person into a pit of despair is having a dominant person, okay, come in and start demanding. Danny, I need you to bring on 3 people. Danny, I need you to do this. Danny, I need you to book 18,000 trips in 30 days. Danny is going to break down. Danny is going to lose her mind over this, okay? But what Danny can do too is actually, while working on mindset, okay, start coming into maybe more red, okay, where she takes that slow and turns it into a doer, okay? Let's get it done, all right? Because what ends up happening is she's moving from that people focused, because when you're in that people focused, guess what you're focused on? Think about this one. If you are people focused, what is one of your number one worries that will break you down? Let me know in the chat. If you are people focused, which is exactly what the influential and the steady people are, okay? Erica, not doing enough for others, kind of. There's another huge thing in this. Huge thing. They won't hit their goals. Nope. Yourself? Nope. Oh, yes, Christina, you got it. What people say. Nope, Jeffrey. Christina nailed it. What people are saying. Yes, Erica, opinions. They're focused on the opinions of other people. They're focused on everybody else except themselves and except what they need to be doing. Think about it. You could have that person who is your biggest cheerleader, your biggest support, your greatest champion, okay? But the minute somebody says something not glowingly positive, they get hurt. Their feelings get hurt. Oh my God, I have a hater on Facebook. Oh my gosh, somebody brought up something from my past. What will this person think if I post this? What is that person doing right now? Are they talking about me? Ooh, Jeffrey just made a post on Facebook about somebody doing something. I wonder if he was talking about me. Even the influential, I know. Jeffrey, I am so picking on you. It's okay, you're fine. No, and you know what, Danny, that is too much to think about at one time, but you know what? People do it. Those influencers out there, those steady people out there, they think about that. And I can tell you right now, I think about it. Yeah, Christina, you and I have talked about this. I think about it. Absolutely, absolutely do. I think about those things. But I've gained other colors here. I've gained other colors. I've gone to red. And I know that's like, that can be bad if I have too much red. You want to be a nice rainbow, okay? I went from people focused to task focused. I'm still stable, supportive, and sincere. I still have some sensitivity, okay? Not a whole lot. Because remember, you always have to have good and bad, okay? I do the inspirational, the interactive, the interesting. God help me, I am impulsive. Okay, Danny, it's mindset. It's mindset. That is what it is. It is mindset. And to quote our founder, it's copying the right cat. I have watched him, listened to him, studied him. I'm a stalker that way, okay? Where I see how he can inspire, but he's also very direct. I see how he is careful and supportive as well. He's definitely interesting. He is a doer, but he's also very conscientious and sincere in how he does. Sometimes he can be demanding for his leaders, but it's a positive negative, okay? He can be impulsive, but again, he's sensitive, okay? One thing I have never heard him be is condescending, but he is calculating. And it's watching, it's learning, and it's reading about how you can kind of adjust yourself, okay? And in working in consistency, you want to make sure that the actions you are doing to remain consistent or to even become consistent match your personality type. If you're more dominant, if you are more red and you're that direct, decisive doer, okay, you're going to make a list and you're going to get that stuff done. Y'all know what I wanted to say, but you're going to get that stuff done, right? Now, if you're steady, you're stable, you're supportive, and you're sincere, but you are slow and sensitive. So, what you want to do is you want to create smaller goals leading up to those bigger goals. Okay. And basing your actions per day on those smaller goals. And don't go for like 80 million freaking small goals, y'all. Two small goals leading up to a bigger goal. Okay. And then two smaller goals leading up to another bigger goal, which will eventually go to your higher goal. All right. You have to condition your mind. Okay. If you're people focused, you need to put blinders on. Straight out, put blinders on. Who gives a damn what the heck old Joey Joe from flippin' Timbuktu is saying about you? Is he paying your bills right now? Is he getting you through this pandemic? Is he taking care of your kids? Is he changing your kids' diaper? Is he walking your dog? If not, screw him. He doesn't mean anything to you. And he sure as heck shouldn't be dominating your mind or your day. Should he? And you guys know I get into this and I'm very direct. That's a dominant part. Because you need to hear it. I'm watching too many of you care about what somebody else thinks and says. And it's affecting your life. But they are just a voice. They don't pay you. They're not married to you. Guys, even family, okay? Is your family paying your mortgage or your rent? Do they buy your groceries every single week? They paying your car note, electric bill? Guys, if not, family can be our worst enemy. And as much as we love them, as much as they mean so much to us, they can destroy our future. They, and I hate saying this because it is true, and I've caught myself in this. As parents, we can be our kids' worst enemy for their future because we don't let them fly. We interject our voice. I told you all the story, I think it was last week, with or I said it on some call. I don't remember where I said it, but I know I did it in some type of training. I was engaged to somebody. We had an argument, and turned around, and he ended up leaving. He ended up breaking up the engagement, and it wasn't until recently that we met up for lunch, and we, talked about a lot of things, and I asked him, if or why he never fought for our relationship. He said he had too many voices in his ear, and it was his family telling him, no, 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 don't do it. It's not worth it. It was his family. And he said it's something that he regrets to this day. And it has been almost 9 years. And that's what can happen, guys. If you let that people focus take over, it will consume you. Absolutely consume you. I know you guys have seen in the news social media influencers who have been passing. They've been taking their own lives because of online bullying. It's sad. It is absolutely sad. Honestly, guys, I can walk into a grocery store in fuzzy slippers. I'm one of those people, okay? I will tell you this. If I do not feel like getting dressed up to go to my local grocery store, I'm not getting dressed up to go to my local grocery store. I don't care what somebody says if I walk by. As long as I'm showered, okay? As long as I have a shirt and footwear and pants. Pants are good, Um, and my hair isn't, a huge bird's nest. I do brush my hair before I go, but I don't need to look great. Who am I there to impress? Nobody. Guys, get out of the people focus. And I know there's a lot of you on here who are more people focused. There's a few of you who might have that red dominant side and get that task focus. Put a 3 in the chat if you feel you are red and blue. More so than yellow and green. Anybody? Hello? Aha, there's Erica. Red and yellow. Those are actually 2 good ones. Erica, those are 2 good ones. But keep watching those negative sides, okay? Because domineering and impulsive, yeah, that can be bad. That can be bad. But being direct and inspirational, decisive and interactive, Being a doer and staying interesting? Absolutely. Christina, no. If I have to think about it, I think I could have parts of all of them, but it's just a jumbled mess. You have to really be careful though. Blue and yellow. Okay, so you're still more of the task and people focused, and then the active and reflective as well. And guys, this is the biggest thing, okay? You can be multiple colors, but which are you more part of, the positive or the negative? It's good to have some of the negative because you got to have good and bad. But when do you interject them? And how do these personalities, seeing this right here, how do these affect your actions and your consistency with those actions? It's really huge, guys. Really, really huge. And now, guess what? We're going to go to the next slide. I want you to write this website down because you're going to take a test. It is www.16personalities.com. I want you to go take the test. Take the test. If you've already taken the test, let me know what your result was. You've been told you have more. Thank you, Danny. I ended up being pretty even between the four when I take any of the personality tests. Interested to see what this one says. This is actually a really great one. Danny, thank you so much for putting that in there. Seriously, go in and take the personality test, the 16personalities.com. I know, Jeffrey, you've taken it. Marcy, I know you've taken it. A couple of y'all have taken it. If you've taken it, put your result in there in the chat. I think I can look it up. Somebody just raised their hand, guys. I don't answer raised hands. You're more than welcome to go in the chat. Okay, so I will share mine. Okay, and anybody that knows me could see this. Okay, this is so great because the 16personalities.com website actually shares, with the results, it shares strengths and weaknesses, friendships, parenthood, career paths, workplace, all that other fun stuff. Okay. All right. So my personality was actually a commander. I know, doesn't that sound red? It says a commander is someone who is, oops, hold on a second. Where is it? Who is extroverted, intuitive thinking, and judging personality traits. They're decisive people who love momentum and accomplishment. They gather information to construct their creative visions and rarely hesitate for long before acting on them. Except for the whole judging part, I can, and actually kind of extroverted, I can actually agree to that. So Steve Jobs had a great quote for this personality, which is, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Remember that people's opinion thing? Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become, and everything else is secondary. That's literally how I live. If I wanted to sit there and listen to the noise of others, guys, I would. Because trust me, there's a lot of noise, a whole lot of noise. I think I'm totally deaf to it now. All right. Um, People with this personality type embody the gifts of charisma and confidence and project authority in a way that draws crowds together behind a common goal. However, commanders are also characterized by an often ruthless level of rationality, using their drive, determination, and sharp minds to achieve whatever ends they've set for themselves. Pretty much. Perhaps it's best that they make up only 3% of the population, lest they overwhelm the more timid and sensitive personality types that make up most of the rest of the world. But you know what? For me, it's really, really fulfilling to see the people I work with succeed. And that's part of this personality, is pushing others to be better parts of themselves. Commanders in the world were Steve Jobs. Anybody who knows me knows I love this one, Gordon Ramsay. Anybody who's watched Gordon Ramsay and knows me, yeah, can pretty much see that. Margaret Thatcher, Franklin Roosevelt, Jim Carrey, Whoopi Goldberg, Harrison Ford, Dr. Strange, Malcolm X was a commander, Tony Soprano, David Palmer, Malcolm Merlyn from Arrow, if anybody watched that. Mary Talbot from Downton Abbey, Frances J. Underwood, Jacqueline Sharp. So, you know, there's a lot in here. Oh, and by the way, if you've ever watched The Devil Wears Prada, yeah, Miranda Priestley was a commander personality. All right. Totally see that one. But so many different personalities are out there. Okay. These are 16 personalities. These has lumped them into 16, and it's freakily accurate. Okay. Let's see, Erica, but we have to be able to judge personalities to be able to know how to approach our team individually. Okay, so it's not judging. Okay, we have to be careful. All right, it's not judging a personality. Okay, it is analyzing a personality. It's understanding a personality. We have to be able to know how to understand a personality. And the good thing is too, is this will show all the different personality types. So Jeffrey, gosh, I want to say that your personality type, yes, more like knowing the personality. It's understanding a personality. And this test actually helps people understand that. Jeffrey, I really want to say that you were either the protagonist or you were a defender. I want to say it was one of those. I could be wrong, you know, but I'm just saying. And okay, so a lot of people are actually protagonists. Okay, a protagonist is a person with the extroverted, intuitive feeling and judging personality traits as well. Okay, these warm, forthright types love helping others, and they tend to have strong ideas and values. They back their perspective with a creative energy to achieve their goals. Okay, David Data said, everything you do right now ripples outward and affects everyone. Your posture can shine your heart or transmit anxiety. Your breath can radiate love or muddy the room in depression. Your glance can awaken joy. Your words can inspire freedom. Your every act can open hearts and minds. Protagonists are natural born leaders, okay? They're absolutely full of passion and charisma, and forming around 2%, only 2% of the population. They're oftentimes politicians, coaches, teachers. They reach out and inspire others to achieve and to do good in the world. They have a natural confidence that begets influence, and protagonists take a great deal of pride and joy in guiding others to work together to improve themselves and their community. That is an amazing personality. And honestly, we're probably going to find out that a lot of people are protagonists. Okay, Christina Stefan, adventurer. All right, let's look this up. Let's look this up because I love this. Dun, 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 dun. Adventurer. Here we go. An adventurer is a person with the introverted, observant feeling and prospecting personality traits. They tend to have open minds, approaching life, new experiences, and people with grounded warmth. Their ability to stay in the moment helps them uncover exciting potentials. So Bob Dylan says, I change during the course of a day. I wake up and I'm one person, and when I go to sleep, I know for certain I'm somebody else. Mhm. Adventurer personalities are true artists, but not necessarily in the typical sense where they're out painting happy little trees. Some people understand that reference, some don't. Often enough, though, they are perfectly capable of this. Rather, it's that they use aesthetics, design, and even their choices and actions to push the limits of social convention. Adventurers enjoy upsetting traditional expectations with experiments in beauty and behavior. Chances are they've expressed more than once the phrase, don't box me in. Adventurers live in a colorful, sensual world inspired by connections with people and ideas. These personalities take joy in reinterpreting these connections, reinventing and experimenting with both themselves and new perspectives. So, what this tells me, so it doesn't, adventurers are definitely introverts, surprising their friends further when they step out of the spotlight to be by themselves to recharge. Okay, so you know, reading into everything, I would definitely say, there's some interesting strengths and weaknesses here. All right. They're charming, sensitive to others. They're very imaginative, curious, and artistic. But their weaknesses are they can be fiercely independent, unpredictable, easily stressed. Y'all, I know Christina Stefan pretty well, so that's why I'm making these sounds. Competitive. Fluctuating self-esteem. Okay, so there's a lot of things to work with, and this is why I absolutely love this this right here, because it tells you more about that personality. So if somebody says, they're a defender, you can look up their strengths and weaknesses, you know. Now, I will say that some adventurers, Christina, are Lana Del Rey, Avril Lavigne, Kevin Costner, Frida Kahlo, Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, Jessica Alba, Josh Stone, Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill, Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad. It's really cool to just see this, okay? And that's why I say go and definitely find out what your personality is before you start getting those actions, okay? Because here's the thing, once you understand you, and we've gone over this, we've talked about this, once you understand you can understand what you can do to adjust things, to start changing that mindset, to start flipping into those other colors. Because we can't just take somebody who's meek and quiet and turn them into a dominating red. There's got to be a catalyst. There has to be something that flips it. And sometimes it takes training. But you don't want them turning into a full-blown domineering red. You want to make a nice orange between the yellow and the red. Okay, you want to turn them into a tangerine. Okay, where it takes traits from both and just comes up with an absolutely beautiful color. All right, so take the personality test and start learning about yourself. And then what I want you to do, ding, 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 homework. Send me a message, whether it be on Facebook Messenger or whether it be on Telegram, and let me know what you are. Okay. Or if you feel brave and you don't care what anybody else would think, put it in the group chat. Say, hey guys, I took the personality test. I'm this. Okay. Be brave, be bold, go out there and do it. Trust me, it's not hard, I promise. You know, when they sit there and they say it's a virtue, it really is a virtue. The biggest thing to consistency, guys, is patience. You have to have patience. Growth will come if you stay consistent. And you've got to tell yourself that. Oh my God, it hurts. I'm in the pit of despair. But it will be better. Okay, I'll get back up. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take patience. It's going to take learning you. It's going to take refining your actions based on you. Just like I said, I'm not an exercise freak, right? You think I'm going to go out and run a mile right now? No, I will kill myself doing that. Literally. And I know that for a fact. Like, I'll stop breathing. It'll be all over. There's no way. Gosh, I don't even think I can walk a mile right now. Just, guys, take it day by day, step by step, based on you, based on the time you have available. Set your goals and set the actions. But first, find out who you are. Find out your personality. You have to get up no matter what. You know what? And Annie, we always say that, right? We always tell people you have to get up no matter what. You know what? There are people who are still just sitting in that pity pool, and they are happy to be in that pity pool. I don't get it. How many times do we hear it? Adventurer, Sheila is an adventurer. Okay. We have just a little bit of time. I'm gonna roll this one. Oh, you're an adventurer, the exact same as Christina. Yep. Yep. So yeah, so you change during the course of a day, Sheila. You wake up and you're one person, you go to bed and you're the next. And you know what? I kind of think I am too. I do that. I go to bed a totally different person. I change a lot depending on the coffee I drink. But guys, definitely get in there and learn each other. And for those of you that have teams, have your teams do the test, because then you'll learn how to roll with them. You'll learn how to better manage and understand their personality, because you can look it up and read it. Go, oh, this is very much, a people focused person. So what do we got to do to make it less people focused? Okay. But get out there and be patient, be kind to yourself. Okay. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself a little give. Not too much though. This is where my red's going to come in. Okay. Okay, I'll give this person a couple days. I'll give this person a couple days. Y'all, after my divorce, I gave myself 48 hours to bawl my freaking eyes out, drink as much flippin' wine as I possibly could, and just mope. I gave myself 48 hours. After that, it was time to pick myself up by the bootstraps and get going. Why? Because I had 3 young children to support and take care of. There's got to be a time frame. Like Annie was saying, at some point you have to get out. You can't stay there forever. And honestly, Annie, yes, it will let you stay there forever. There are people who are stuck there forever. They don't want to get out. They are so comfortable in that freaking pit of despair, in that pity pool. They've shriveled up like a little prune, but they don't care. That's where they're staying. Jeffrey, you are an architect. Okay, we haven't read that one, so I'm going to read that one really quick. I didn't think you were an architect before. I honestly thought you were. Huh, interesting. Okay, so an architect is a person with the introverted, intuitive, thinking and judging personality traits. All right. And these thoughtful tacticians love perfecting the details of life, applying creativity and rationality to everything they do. Their inner world is often a private, complex one. Yeah, I can see that one. Blaise Pascal says, thought constitutes the greatness of man. Man is a reed, the feeblest thing in nature, but he is a thinking reed. Ooh, that's deep. But it can be lonely at the top, architect. As one of the most rarest personality types and one of the most capable, architects know this all too well. Rational and quick witted architects may struggle to find people who can keep up with their nonstop analysis of everything going on around them. They have a thirst for knowledge, and these personalities can be both the boldest of dreamers and the bitterest of pessimists. Architects believe that through willpower and intelligence, they can achieve even the most challenging of goals, but they may have cynical thoughts about human nature more generally, assuming that most people are lazy, unimaginative, and simply doomed to mediocrity. Wow. Architects derive much of their self esteem from their knowledge and mental acuity. In school, people with this personality type may have been called bookworms or nerds. But rather than taking these labels as insults, many architects embrace them. They are confident in their ability to teach themselves about and master any topic that interests them, whether it's coding or capoeira or classical music. Um, Let me look at something really quick here. Okay, architects you may know, Michelle Obama, Friedrich Nietzsche, Elon Musk. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Christopher Nolan, Vladimir Putin, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Colin Powell, Samantha Power, Walter from Breaking Bad. Wow. Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings, and Professor Moriarty from the Sherlock Holmes uh, series, and Katniss from the Hunger Games. Wow. Okay. All right. So, strengths is rationale, informed, independent, determined, curious, and versatile. But the weaknesses, and this is what we have to watch out for, is arrogance, dismissive of emotions, overly critical, they can get combative, and romantically clueless. Yeah, sorry. I didn't make that up. That's actually in there, Jeffrey. Um, but that's really, really interesting. Like that's seriously interesting. And I I see you pointing at me, Jeffrey. And for those who don't know, Christina is his daughter. So she knows her dad. That described him pretty well, Christina. I'm sorry, it really did. But no, that's actually really cool. Amber is a protagonist. We went over the protagonists, um, strengths and weaknesses and the introduction, and that's actually really great. I mean, it's a natural leader, you know. Let's see who. I thought I saw somebody else in here. Okay, all right. So your first profile was a turbulent defender. Wow, turbulent. Jeffrey, you work on you. Yeah. So, Nurse Ratchet was a turbulent defender too, okay? But I mean, that's really awesome. And, from leadership standpoints and everything else, it's really cool to get to know that about people, and you can absolutely change. You can absolutely change. Just like Jeffrey said, his first profile was a turbulent defender. All right. But now he's, you know, an architect. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Or not an architect? I'm getting all confused. It's about that time, y'all. Yep, architect. So, you know, guys, have patience with yourself. Give yourself that room to breathe, but don't give yourself too much of a lifeline that you forget to live. All right. Get out there, learn yourself, love yourself, and work on yourself. And amazing things will start to follow. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really, really hope that you got something out of this webinar. Again, mindset training is on every single Monday, same time, same place. And we still have a ton more laws to go through. If you are brand new, like I said, to this series, this is actually week 6. Go onto the EE Legacies YouTube channel, and you will actually see the playlist that says mindset training, where all of our trainings are uploaded in order. And you can absolutely and positively positively. I need more coffee. Get through each one. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. I'm absolutely here for you. And everybody have an amazing week. And I will see you guys next year. What? Yes, it will be 2021. See you guys next year. Have an amazing new year. Love you guys.